This is the Irontrader. It's about 5 in the afternoon. Now the pit's closed here on crude and natty gas here at 2:30. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now the API report came out here today at 4:30, and crude oil had a build of 7.2 million. Gasoline had a build of 0.4 million, but distillate had a nice draw of 2.9 million, and Cushing had a small build of 0.7 million. Now those are all posted for you here at the end of the video. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, come out the ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, before we get started here, I know a lot of you were maybe watching NVIDIA. Well, they came out and they completely blew away numbers. The stock closed at 674. The stock right now is at 741. And I am long the TQQ, which closed at 55.38, and now it is at 57.10. So, killing it on the OTQQ. Now, today was a really good day of trading. The UCO got all the way down to 28.94, a little bit farther down there at pre-market, and it finished there up at 29.51. That was a really good scalp. I scalped it twice. Got a point out of UCO, and UNG was a really good scalp. I scalped 70 cents first thing in the morning, and then another 50 cents in the afternoon. So I got, well, what is that? $1.20 times 5,000 shares. So really good. 5,000 shares I've been scalping on the UCO, and I'm actually 3,500 on the TQQ. So life is good today. Doing a good job. Okay, let's take a look at the Okutski daily chart. Let's see what we got. Okay, now I always point out these key levels, 21 SMA. Okay, look at a chart. Where did it go? 21 SMA. Okay, so when you put in a lower low and you lose that 8 SMA, you look for the next support level, which is basically that 21 day. It went right down to it. If that is lost, then we always follow the left of the chart, which is 75.52. Never made it there. So bottom line here, it looks like what you're doing is we got a box trading here, okay? See the top of that price channel? And then we're basically just coming right on down here and making a box. That's what we're trading in right now until you can break out above that price channel at 79.29 here, or you break below the box and we hit this 50 SMA and possibly lower. But right now, you got a good sideways action and just excellent trading going on here in the old crude ski, okay? So let's take a peek ski where we're going to go. So downside, what we want to watch. You want to watch that 100-day, 77.49. You lined up right here, and with the 200-day. That 200-day now is just a little bit above it. Let's see what we got. Come on, get in there. Okay, 77.58. That's key level, and then we have your right there 77.49 just below it here, and then we have your nice 8 SMA. You're sitting at 77.37. So everything is jammed right up here in that 77.50 area. That's very key. Now, again, if that's lost, we look for this 21 SMA. You're looking at 75.09. And then we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 75.52. If that's lost, we'll come over to the top of the candle. You're looking at 74.52. But realistically, you're looking for the 74.01, your 50 SMA. That would be your target if that 21 day is lost. Now, that 50 is lost. We just follow the candles all the way down. You got 72.38. We have 71.79, and then we have 71.41. Now, we look at the price channels, see how they go on when it's selling off. But now look at how it's ratcheting up. See? All the way up, right on up. So you got a nice trading channel here. Basically, on the bottom, 71.41. Top, 79.29. But what I like about this chart is, look at here, low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Very, very bullish pattern. Actually, where you could look at this and see a rounded bottom, which would push us up much higher. The key is going to be a close above that 79.29. So we do have a nice rounded bottom, but what I like is that series of higher lows. Very, very bullish pattern. Now, we just have some sideways action here until we can do a little breakout. So, you know, very, very good trading in this. Okay, so let's take a look at the upside. So obviously you want to look at today's high. You're looking at 78.08. We look to this candle, 78.52, and then we have 78.56 and then we'd come up to this candle. You're looking at 78.77, and then here is your breakout, 79.29. Very, very key level, okay? So because it pretty much matches up here, which you have 79.60 and 79.77. That was that beautiful double top and a short all the way on down. So that would be the next level. If you can crack that 79.29, then we 77.60 and 79.60, and then we have your 79.77. Above that, we look to the top of the candle, 81.05 here. You have 82.24, and then we bring that price channel over. Very easy, 83.60. Then we'll come up here. You have 85.30, and we bring this price channel over. You have 85.90. What do we have here? Then we look up here. You have 88.29. We bring this price channel over, and there would be looking at 89.85. Then obviously above that, we just follow the candles up here. You have 90.27, 91.88, 93.10, 94.17, and then your big retest up here at 95.03. Now, it's going to be just a matter of time here before you break and close above that 79.29. So we trade this box that we got going right on now until you can close above. When you can close above that 79.29, then you are balls out long until we just trade all the way up to these candles, possibly all the way up to 95.03. But I'll show you on the weekly and the monthly where there's resistance even above what we have here, okay? So on the downside, watch these key level, 77.58. We want to watch that. You want to watch at 77.49 and this key 8 SMA here sitting at 77.37. If that's lost, we come right to that 21-day, 79.09, and then we come right here, 75.52. And then we can come over to the top of this candle, 74.52, and then we have your 74.01 is your target. So your big levels that you want to watch is that 100, that 200-day, the 8-day, the 21-day, and that 50 SMA. If that's all lost, then we come right here is going to be your big target. You can follow the candles down, but that's where you're going to go at 71.41. So look how nice this is. It's why you trade the chart. So everyone tells you charts aren't after fact. Right here, I told you that this morning. If it holds this 21-day, that's where you scalp long. Okay, so see how that is? Look how nice this one came down, held it. That one there held the 8-day. This one held the 8-day on a closing basis, and look at that 21-day. Just absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, here we go, monthly chart and your daily. Okay, so what do we have here? Now we're really nicely above this 50 SMA here, okay, at 77.35. Nice. We're above the 21-day, 77.13. Nice. And we're above this key 8 SMA, which just keeps on rolling up higher. So as this rolls up here for the week, possibly we can get above that 21-day and that 50-day, and that will take the price right on up. Here's that key level right here, 79.29. That's what you need to watch on the upside. If you can get above that, we'll come over here to the monthly and look at that 8 SMA, 79.79. That's next. And then your 21-day at 81.17. That's next. Okay, so now we know where it's going. If you break above that 79.29, it's going to that 8 SMA. It's going to that 21 SMA. Okay, very, very nicely. Okay, on the downside, you want to watch this key 50 SMA, 77.35, that 21 SMA here, and then we have this level right here, 75.46. Very, very strong support level. If that's lost, 72.65. But what I like about this, see the rising 200-day, see the rising 8 SMA. The only thing that isn't rising is that 21-day, but your 50-day here is now leveling off very, very nice. RSI looking good. Look at this bad boy here, this MACD. See that green above the red? Bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. See what happens when she gets bullish? That goes higher, and look at the chart. That goes higher, okay? So now your RSI here on your monthly, looking good, and possible, maybe we can get a curl up here on that green above the red over there. So we got to just see how that is. So quick review, watch that 50-day, the 21-day, and this 8-day. Very, very critical. If you get above this candle, that 79.29, then we look for that 8 SMA, 79.79, and then that 21-day, 81.17. All right, let's take a look here at Natty Gas. Okay, natural gas. Now, I did a vid here at noon. It seemed like a lot of people like to trade the old Natty Gas. Okay, so I got a lot of good views on that. So maybe we'll have to start doing that. I don't know. So what we had here is you had a big stair step down. Okay, obviously stair step down, series of lower highs, lower lows, never good until it bottoms. Okay, and then I posted here that we had to hold that 1.52. It held it. And I always said here, as that is going down, natural gas is not going to stay, and it's going to give you one of the rip your face off rallies. And what happened? There we are. Boom. Right there. Bull flag, and then right back up again. Okay, so now on the upside, you want to watch that key level. That's at 1.792. If you get above that, then here's your target, 1.852. Okay, so when you look at this chart here, okay, at a 4-hour, you can see that 8 SMA. Boom, into it. Even if it broke above, it couldn't get past that 21-day. But once that turns and that 8-day crosses up, this is what you got. See that bullish pattern? Now your 8 days curling, your 21 days curling, okay? And then now you're above that key 50 SMA here. So as long as that 8-day holds and this 21-day holds here, you are in really good shape for this here to go higher. That's the key. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily chart. All right, here we have a daily chart. All right, let's see here what we got. All right, see, Natty Gas, it's alive. Pointing out this big 8 SMA the whole way, okay? This was that contract roll right here. This is where the Biden administration says that they're going to hold off on the LNG, and that's where she came all the way on down. And then plus you add the seasonality to it, you add the demand to it. We have a warmer winter. This is what happens, okay? However, it never lasts. That's why they call natural gas the widowmaker. When she reverses, it reverses hard. Very, very hard, and that's what she did. Yesterday, you had to reverse from that 1.52, and where did it go? Look at that 8 SMA. See, that's why you got to watch that 8 SMA. I can't instill it into you enough. Watch that 8 SMA. So right there into it, okay? So now what we want to do is you want to watch that 8 SMA here on the downside. You need to hold that 1.69, okay? Next in line here is 1.66, and then we have 1.63, and then we can come to the bottom of that, 1.57, and then we have a retest here of 1.52. Now, again, if it holds this, then we want to look to the top of this candle, 1.792. Then we just keep on ratcheting this right up. Right here. You have 1.86, that's next. You have 1.88, 1.99, and then we have 2.04, 2.10, 2.12, and then what we're looking for here, that's 2.15, but the key level is this right here, 2.16. That's the gap. That's where we want to go to. First of all, before you hit it, you got this 21 SMA here, 2.01. If you can get above that, you got a good shot here then at that 2.39. That's the 50 SMA here. And then we have your gap fill sitting right there at 2.42. So the key is holding this 8 SMA. That is the key, holding that 8 SMA. If you can, next big shot here, you can follow the candles, but your next big target is going to be that 21 at 2.01. And then we have this gap fill at 2.16. And then we can have your 50-day at 2.39 and possible gap fill at 2.42. Now you look at your RSI. Excuse me. Looking very good. I should say your RSI finally getting off the old schneid here, and it's above. It was in absolute oversold conditions here. I was pointing out this. You had a low here, a low, a really low, and a higher low, positive divergence. But with that contract roll, kind of threw a wrench in it. But really, it's still kind of a holding. But now you're back above that level here. So looks like she wants to have some juice. Your MACD look like your green is about to go over red. If you can keep red on going, that would be the bullish turn, and that would mark possible bottom here on your old natural gas. So realistically, when the futures open here at 6, watch today's high, okay, which is 1.792, and watch the low at 1.67 and that close at 1.78. If you can get above that, then we have a nice target here of your 21-day here, and then possible gap fill 2.16, and then possible your 50 SMA. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, weekly chart. You can just see the sideways action, but this was some really good scalping back and forth the whole time, okay? And then it sold off, but now we have yourself a green candle. So you want to just follow these big candles all the way up. There's that 1.86. Then we have that 2.12. There's that 2.168. That's what we're looking for here. And then you have your 8 SMA here at 2.35. Then we have your gap fill, basically 2.42. So you have a lot of good upside here. The SMAs are still curled down, but that doesn't mean it can't curl right back on up here. Your RSI looks like you were just starting to get the overbought conditions here, that possibly here we could have a positive divergence. Here we have a low here, a low, an even lower low, and a higher low there. Positive divergence here on your RSI. Now your MACD is still your green below the red. That's still a bearish scenario. Now, here what we have is you really need to get closed back above this price channel. That's at 1.946. Then we can get ourselves back in the game. But right now, natty gas is looking pretty good, bullish. UNG was a really, really good scalp, and I'll be looking to see maybe even get another scalp in tonight. I got to see what the futures have on the old natty gas here. So, again, you got to get back up to that 1.946. So then we can... Bottom line, we can always follow these support levels down. So when we big that up a little bit here, what we have here is you got that 1.85, and then we have 1.79. Okay, so that is going to be good support here on the downside, and then you can just follow it down. There you got 1.64. You have 1.60, and then we have that 1.52, which lines up very nice with that. And then obviously, if that's all lost, 1.44, but we don't want to go there. Hopefully this will reverse and we can shoot it right back to the old upside. All right, that's what I got for you on the old crude ski and natty gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock. We'll do it all over again. Thanks for watching.